Ethan could return in Resident Evil 9, but was making myself and others think that. Today, we're deep diving in my first of many theories for Resident Evil 9, Apocalypse. But before we start, I'll refer to it as Apocalypse due to the code name that the leakers has given the next mainline Resident Evil game. We learned in Resident Evil 7 that everyone infected with the mold, or as we know it now, Magamasite, or I can't really pronounce it, has a connection and become related. And this is solidified by the line, "Welcome to the family, son," that Jack Baker tells Ethan when he gains his connection to the mold in Resident Evil 7. We first saw Ethan use this connection when Jack asked him to free his family from Evelyn, then again in Village when Evelyn communicates with him, which leads us to Rose. Rose has a strong connection to the mold, and we're led to believe that it's even stronger than what Evelyn and Mother Miranda had. In the post-credit scene of Resident Evil Village, we see Rose threaten the man by stating she'll use powers that even Chris doesn't know she has. The part could mean nothing, or it could mean everything, depending on what I'm about to say. As the vehicle that picked up Rose drives away, we see a figure walking beside the vehicle, and another player, Boundary, broke this section of the game and got close enough to see that it is in fact a model of Ethan, and that he is still there. That could, for the time being, be only something that Rose can see, but as we know, Evelyn was able to bring life from the mold, and Mother Miranda was researching how to bring someone back to life. I mean, it was for her daughter, and from what we're led to believe, she tried that power on Rose. So then now, it's not too much of a stretch to say that Rose could have that power too, and it could be one of the powers she claims that Chris doesn't know about. This leads us to Apocalypse. I theorize that something dramatic will end up happening, maybe a big BOW versus Umbrella type of event that we've never seen before, and then Rose falls and learns she has the power to create mold out of nothing, and since Ethan was already mold, then she could reanimate him from thin air, and this could be a return to form and a third chance at life or a temporary thing that would end after a bit of time. We could see one last dramatic battle with Ethan, and this could be when we finally see his face or just an emotional family reunion. There's always the possibility that he could just show up through the mold connection and talk to her through the game, which would be more likely to happen, but the prior theory with the evidence I provided would be way more out of nowhere and just unpredictable, and you know, that would make absolutely no sense at all. And that's kind of the thing that Resident Evil does. It's just none of this stuff makes sense, okay? Just none of it makes sense. However he comes back, if he comes back, it's going to be a way that just doesn't make sense at all. But the leakers are saying that the game will be out in 2023. So our time is coming, and it may be a while before we ever find out if he does return. But until then, we have 2 years to theorize and set our hype into overdrive. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, try not to die, and I'll see you in the next video.